Hello everyone, my name is Christian. Welcome to my hobby blog. Today we are doing the final video of the Vinegar Syndrome April package series. So after this, we are going to take a while to wait for the May package, which I cannot wait for. It has Miami Connection, which is one of my favorite schlocky, cheesy action movies of all time. It comes with Thriller, A Crueler Picture, which I've heard many scary things about, but I cannot wait for those movies to come in the May package. So before that comes, we got to finish up the April videos. So we are doing a ranking now where I kind of go through each of my choices from 3 to 1, 3 being my least favorite to my favorite one, which is number 1. And this will probably be very easy to predict based off of my reviews, but this will be good to kind of finish off the month with. So first I'm going to do my least favorite one because I think it's better to build up to my favorite one. So this one is one that I think nobody will be surprised about. I personally hate this movie only because of the behind the scenes. I'm going to say that I kind of like this series a lot. Uh, I think the third one is definitely the one that Vinegar Syndrome should have gone with. There are so many problematic aspects of this movie with the on screen rape of one of the actresses. I don't like that. I don't like how none of our villains have character arcs. I get that that's a thing of the genre that our villains cannot have character arcs, but as someone who enjoys character arcs and seeing someone, grow or devolve or anything like that, this movie is very one note in regards to that. There's good action, I guess, but my least favorite of the entire package is going to be Death Wish 2. By the surprise of no one, everyone knows I don't like this movie at all. And all of it has to do with the behind the scenes. I'd seen this movie a couple times before revisiting this for, I guess, the Vinegar Syndrome release. But ah, I just don't like this movie at all. The first one has its merits. I enjoyed it when I first watched it, although I could see where the biases laid. The biases were, I guess, what the biases of the directors were, and of all of the actors for the most part. The third one, again, is the most fun of the series. This movie is not fun at all, which is probably the point. But for a Charles Bronson movie, where he is known as the guy who is in a bunch of fun action movies where he shoots up the bad guys, this movie is not fun at all. It's very dismal, completely ignoring the 40 different rapes that go on throughout this movie. It is a very depressing subject matter. I don't like rape in my movies personally. It is never used tastefully. It's always done in a very creepy, disgusting way. So, and this movie for sure falls right into that, with the audio commentary straight up saying that the actress who played the maid was raped on camera, and that a lot of the crew left over what happened to her and during the shooting of those scenes. So there's ample reasons for me to have this at my lowest. This is probably my least favorite release by Vinegar Syndrome of all time, but obviously not for me. I don't like these movies, these type of movies, but somebody likes it. Someone out there enjoys these movies, and good for you on that, because I can't at all. But the next movie that is my number 2. This is one that I enjoyed for the most part. It's not the most exciting. It's just a retread of Night of the Living Dead, but it was made by the lead zombie, Bill Heinzman, who was the cemetery zombie that Barbara is being stalked by and pursued by in the beginning of the Night of the Living Dead film. But this movie, I heard after the fact, after recording my review, that this is supposed to be an origin movie for the Graveyard character. And the movie I'm talking about, of course, I have to cover up the front a little bit, but this is Flesh Eater, Revenge of the Living Dead. I've already talked about the behind the scenes for this, so go watch my review of it if you're not familiar. But this movie was shocking by how much that it could have failed many, many times. It just petered out to average. This movie was just average for me. Some of the gore effects were good. I think the behind the scenes was just much more interesting to read about and to listen about on the special features for this release. But the movie itself is not anything to ever care about, in my opinion. It was fun. It's a very interesting time capsule in regards to its relation with George Romero, with Night of the Living Dead, Monkey Shines, which is where the producer of the film met Bill Heinzman. It was very interesting how it was related to kind of the VHS re-release of Night of the Living Dead, where the untalented half of the Romero and other guy who is strangleholding the entire great films of George Romero, and why we haven't seen a good Blu-ray yet in a while of Dawn of the Dead, of Martin, of trying to think any other movies by them. I'm unsure, but very interesting to kind of view this movie against the reshoots in terms of Night of the Living Dead for the colorization of Night of the Living Dead, which I don't agree with at all. They should not have touched Night of the Living Dead. That movie is perfect, in my opinion. I love Night of the Living Dead. But this movie is a fun little passion project of cemetery zombie. That's really all it is. The behind the scenes, of course, I've said it multiple times now, is the most important and most interesting part, in my opinion, of this release. Because there's really no details surrounding this movie outside of this release. So I looked it up afterwards, and there's really not anything. So that is Flesh Eater, Revenge of the Living Dead. I had to cover up the cleavage. But next we're going on to the final movie of this package. By process of elimination, this is my favorite, of course. This is the 1989 film Alien Private Eye. So I actually just finished reviewing this movie. So it's pretty fresh in my mind. But I love this one a lot. I knew I would. I've seen it before. The restoration looks amazing. I loved it. The dialogue is still as nonsensical and just clunky, truncated. It's so bad. I don't like the dialogue at all, but it really adds to the charm of this movie when you factor in the life experiences of the main actor, David Nico Hill. He had never acted before in a movie, let alone was the lead of a movie. But this movie is so joyous, and it is very much a comfort film for me. Because this movie has nothing complicated at all. There's nothing complex going on. You can look away from the TV for about 10 minutes and then pay attention again, and it still makes sense by a lot because they're just rehashing the same dialogue over and over again. And the sci-fi elements I wish they had beefed up a lot more on, but I understand why they didn't, because they didn't have any budget. So all we got was the scene of the guy shooting the gun at the bottom with the kind of laser, but that happened like twice, like literally. It didn't happen for two scenes. It happened in one scene, twice, and so kind of do a little bit more. I really wanted that, but I understand that budget is an issue for these very small movies. I loved the interview with the main actor, seeing him today, kind of reflecting back on the movie, talking about how he didn't think he was going to still be alive today because of the kind of just the life situation that he had when the movie was getting made and then after the movie was made. So, very interesting. Really enjoyed it. Um, that's really it for my ranking. Overall thoughts on this package. Uh, Fun. I mean, I don't want to say this is my least favorite package because there is one awesome movie in there, Alien Private Eye, but the others, one of them I hate. I mean, just we know that. The other one, Flesh Eater: Revenge of the Living Dead, it's it's interesting to read about and to research about, but that's about it. The movie itself is just okay. As someone who watches a lot of horror films, I have seen this movie multiple and multiple times and multiple iterations with different actors, different killers, but that are basically the same and that do the exact same kills on our unsuspecting teens who are trying to get laid and get drunk. That's the entire movie, basically. And I wish there was a little bit more in terms of titles. I wish they didn't do Death Wish 2 at all. I think that would have been a better, not Mondo, but a better Blue Underground title. Uh, they deal a lot more in the sleaze and the revenge flicks. It's a weird title for Vinegar Syndrome to do. I really thought that they would be doing, like, whoever did a boutique Blu-ray release of Death Wish, or at least Death Wish 2, like, it's such a random movie in the series to do. And I don't know why they chose Death Wish 2. I thought they would be doing like a slam dunk on the boutique Blu-ray scene by doing the entire series. I have the first four movies. I have Death Wish 2 on two different formats because I have the Vinegar Syndrome. And then I have the triple pack of 2 through 4. And now with this release, it becomes even more muddled for those who enjoyed this series because now they have to get the Vinegar Syndrome one because it comes with audio commentaries, new interviews, all this different stuff. And now they just have to wait for the first one, the third one, and the fourth one, and the fifth one. I don't know if there's a sixth one. But now they have to wait for just a better release of those. And I feel bad for them. I definitely wanted Death Wish 3. But that's enough. I don't really want to talk about it. So thank you all so much for following along on the April package series. I enjoyed it for the most part, especially Flesh Eater and Alien Private Eye. They were fun. So without further ado, I guess I will see you guys next month for the May package. But in the meantime, I'll continue doing haul videos, doing random reviews of great movies that I watched that, I most likely wasn't planning on doing videos on. That's what 90% of my filmed videos are that aren't haul videos or Vinegar Syndrome package videos. So thank you all again for watching and have a great rest of the night.